today I've got with me Charley Wainwright. So you've got a new title now. I think, is it Head of Innovation, is it?
I am, yes. Pagabo's Head of Innovation.
Pagabo's Head of Innovation. So I guess when you joined us, you joined us under the TFOC brand, the Future of Construction, TFOC. But we're sort of moving that now. I mean, obviously the TFOC brand is still there, still relevant, but it's covering a sort of broader piece now, which is really, we're driving it for the whole of our business, but also more widely for the sector. Just give us a flavour of the projects you're sort of working on at the moment then.
Well, we're focusing on quite a few different areas at the moment. So, I mean, there's the ongoing sort of battles in construction which we face every day, and problems with the industry which we're trying to tackle as Pagabo and as the Future of Construction, etc. So we're looking at things such as mental health. We're looking at being a more data-driven industry. We're looking at engaging young people, trying to fill the skills gap, all that kind of thing, and then just kind of cross-industry collaboration, trying to get people working together better. There's always the silos in construction, the heavy competition and things, and it is kind of killing the industry a little bit in terms of moving forward and progressing. And we are, as an industry, being left behind others, such as the tech industry, commerce industry, and things like that. So it's really trying to help construction overall. And we feel that as our position in Pagabo, we're in that kind of position where we can really push out to a lot of the contractors that we work with and try and get them engaged a bit. And then we're hitting a larger market there with our new innovations and things, and trying to get those overall improvements together.
So amplifying it,
using
and trying to work as a group. So and we do a bit of work obviously together with the sector, but we do a bit of thought leadership, do we, as well?
So there's quite a lot of thought leadership. Actually, we released a white paper pretty recently where I've talked to a lot of people in the industry about the struggles they're facing and what they've identified as being their current issues that they're dealing with. And it was sort of encouraging to learn that they are very much in line with our thoughts. But they added a fresh perspective on it and trying to get their own personal gripes across where they think they can improve and where the industry can improve as well. So that's available now, and I'd encourage you to read it. Okay,
and is that on our website?
It's hosted on our website.
Okay. Yes, okay. So let's just go. I mean, you mentioned, I made a note of the four sort of things you're working on. So you said mental health. So what are we doing in mental health?
So we have recently acquired a platform called Moodbeam. It started up as a local Hull-based company. What it is effectively it's a check-in for employees for their employer. So they can just with a simple downloadable app. It's available on Android, Apple, etc.
It's available on iTunes and Android Market, but all of the usual places.
Where you find your apps. So free to download, and then they can connect up with the employer that they work for, and they can check in each day based on how they're feeling. So over time, that employer can then see how that employee is doing, and they can put them into teams, and they can see sort of how teams are doing. They can put them into different sites. They can look at different demographics, such as their age or their race or their sex, and go, right, well, are we having a problem with a particular team? Can we do something about it? So it helps inform that employer about what they can do to try and improve the wellness and the well-being of their teams. So they get that good kind of overall vision. It's a sort of, it's a survey every day almost kind of thing of just that one question of how are you feeling? And they can start building those patterns and going, right, well, we've potentially got a bit of a problem here. Let's find out about it. Let's put something to action. This is all stuff which, they'd never really know about without this kind of regular survey. And I know a lot of companies do like a half yearly or a yearly kind of wellness or well-being survey, but you're only getting a little snapshot there. You're only getting how people are feeling generally, maybe that week at best. So this is ongoing, and they'll
dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll always be able to see what's going on and be able to act quicker and help employees out and help teams out before potentially something more serious occurs. So
and we're now building that into our framework. So we're a big sort of supporter of mental health. And I think if you're part of our ecosystem, if you're a customer or a framework supplier or anybody who's touching any of our sort of products and services, then Moodbeam's available as part of that for free, isn't it?
I mean, we're really passionate about mental health within the construction industry, as underlined by our own charity, the Pagabo Foundation thing. So we think it's only right that we offer this freely available to anyone involved in our ecosystem. So, we're more than happy to chat free to anyone who wants to sign up to it and get involved.
Okay. The data piece. Now, I often talk about the black box of construction. So what's have we started building a black box, or how are we going about it?
Well, it's a big old nut to crack, the black box. I mean, I think as an industry, if we're going to progress, we do need to be more data-led. We need to start making decisions based on data rather than kind of experience and hearsay, because with doing that, we never change what we're doing. Unless you start examining data in detail and you start looking at different outcomes and different scenarios, you'll never change, because you'll always go, well, we've always done it this way. With being more data-led, we can look at things and go, right, these are the reasons this has happened, so we can change it now, and you can have that firm evidence to back it up. Now, the problem with all of this, of course, is asking the contractors and the consultants to start sharing their data and things, because it's very personal to them. But we feel that we can help them with this by using non-competitive data to start off with. So we are talking to a lot of our closest contractors and things, and we'd welcome to talk to anyone within our Pagabo frameworks about this, of sharing health and safety data, because as we all know, health and safety is not competitive. No one wants any accidents, no one wants any near misses and things. And we feel that as an industry, we can work together on this to try and eliminate accidents and eliminate near misses, and therefore make it a safer, more inviting place to work.
Like an accident book for the industry.
Exactly, yes.
One accident book, that would be great, wouldn't it?
So if contractor A has a near miss, contractor B can learn about it, but in a non-competitive way, they can get the details, but they don't have to know personal details and all that sort of stuff. It's just like, right, this happened, what can we learn?
Okay, so that's a journey we're going on. That will take some time.
Oh, it's probably our biggest ongoing project. But yeah, as I say, it's one of those things where we are looking for industry buy-in at the moment, and we've had some really promising conversations with a lot of people within the industry, and they are keen to get it going. But it's the how we get that going first off. So.
Right, engaging people, young people. So we work quite hard in our own business, as you know. There's we've got nearly 60% of people below 35 here. So. And there's a big stat that I think we've talked about before, that 80% of people who work in the construction sector are within 10 years of retirement.
Yep.
And 75% of people who join the construction industry at apprenticeship level end up not working in it, because I think you told me that some contractor had said to you, it's often a plan B for people,
indeed.
which is not a great thing to hear. So. Well, what do we think we need to change in terms of the way we learn and train our people? Do we think there's some lessons?
Well, you're right there. I mean, construction is not seen, in schools and universities, colleges and stuff, as an attractive industry to go into. Gone are the days where it's a young girl or boy's dream to work on a building site. So we've tried to make it a little bit more inviting, a little bit easier to get into. So one of the areas we've identified where there's going to be an issue with encouraging young people into the industry is through the training programs they have to go through. So in general, it's a 2-3 year MVQ course qualification where someone has to basically learn their trade before they can get on site and start earning. Now, if you compare that with someone of a young age who wants to become, work as an influencer or work in an Amazon warehouse, work in McDonald's, etc., they're going to get paid instantly. They're going to be out there earning. They're going to be spending their money at the weekends. And they're thinking, why would I want to work outside on a construction site? So we're trying to get rid of that 2-3 year NVQ course and bring in shorter, punchier, more qualifications, so people can really quickly get going on a construction site. Earning whilst they're learning is one of our key phrases, which we really hope to sort of roll out in the industry. If we can get that going, it'll invite more people in. So we've done a bit of a pilot program. Obviously post Grenfell, massive disaster, it highlighted the need for a huge lack of qualified rain screen cladding installers. So we've done a pilot course with a local company called Proqual, who are the awarding body, and we've put 100 people through that. So they've learned how to install rain screen cladding within 3 months. So that means that they've got that qualification and they are now working with contractors on site, earning, and they're getting the experience in installation. And then once they're doing that, they can go on and do another part-time course or another short puncher course and go on to do something else and expand their skills as well. So with these shorter form qualifications, they can not only sort of move around the industry and upskill quickly, but it also retains them in the industry. There's a lot of people leaving. COVID made a lot of people leave. Brexit obviously sent a lot of people back to Europe and things where they weren't able to work on British construction sites. So we're looking to fill these skill gaps, get people moving around in the industry, keep retaining them, because there's good quality people and we don't want to lose them. Yeah,
I mean the short duration skills for me are vital. I mean it it doesn't shortcut the qualification. The health and safety is still there, etc.
Yeah.
But it breaks it down into easier to manage chunks.
Yeah, it's very job specific.
And it's very job role specific.
Yeah.
And I see a future as government sort of releases new ideas, new policy, that people need to get skilled up, as you say, quite quickly. So a visa, almost like a Panini book of qualifications, could be the way forward. So, and I think using technology to do that would be easier.
Yeah, definitely. I think, gone are the days of going to a classroom every day and things, and trying to learn the old school way. We want to bring tech into it so we can get people learning at their own pace, getting and learning in their own time and things. Kids want to do it on their mobile phone these days and stuff and things like that. So it's bringing all that technology into it where they can adaptively learn how they see fit and they can use their skills to the best of their ability.
Yeah, and I mean, our learning platform TechU, I think, can help with that as well. So
100%. So
okay. So the final thing, though, you mentioned collaboration.
Yep.
And I think you've been sort of pushing ahead with a project. I think you call it Spark.
Yeah. So it's collaboration, but it's also again engaging young people, getting them talking, getting them working together. So Spark is our industry-wide community platform. So where we've got the likes of LinkedIn, etc., which is very good for networking and stuff and things like that. Spark is where people can collaborate, they can ask questions, they can talk about what successes they've had, and crucially, they can learn as well. So we're inviting everyone in the industry to join the community. They can sign up and then represent their company, represent their own thoughts and things, fully inclusive. They can get references on, how to make their workplace better. There's lots of like mental health literature on it, for example, safer ways of working, best practices and things. And we'll try and keep it up to date with all the ongoings in the industry as well, all the pertinent things, and then taking out all the other stuff which isn't relevant. We want to keep this a very professional area, keep it very focused so people have it as their go-to resource for everything that they want in the construction industry. Be able to promote up-and-coming companies with great tech ideas, great innovations and things which can help push the industry forward. Trying to give people that equal level playing voice within the industry so that they can get their ideas and their best practices across in a professional manner, which can be then picked up by others, and when the industry can improve as one again. So
brilliant. Okay, that's great. So I mean, you've got a lot on your plate there, Charlie.
Yep.
A lot of innovation, but I mean, albeit it's a very large sector. In one sense, it's quite small. And once people understand that, if we can, if we can work together, and if you think about construction, everything we live in, work in, eat in. So they've got, go to hospital in, it's the built environment. So it's absolutely vital. So keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.